ko yung questions mo.
Yeah.
Nakita ko yung questions mo. I don't really know the answer.
Anyway, good evening, attorney. Ito,
Good evening.
this is an interview for my paper entitled Road Rage and Communication. No? So I'd like
Mhm.
to find out ano ba ang pwedeng gawin ng communication, di ba, to prevent, minimize, or manage road rage in the Philippines. So I'm pursuing my PhD in communications at PUP. Oo, so paano na ako pa-transition na to academe, no? Uh,
Wow.
I'd like to retire as a professor. So yun ang aking
Wow.
long-term goal. Actually hindi mag-retire, no? To spend the rest of my life teaching,
Perfect naman.
writing research, writing books. So anyway, attorney, being ano 'di ba, a director of the AAP and in charge of the road safety, ikaw ba 'yan?
No, I'm in charge
Kasi,
of government liaison.
government
Uh,
liaison. Sino ang road safety?
Road safety director is primarily President Joe Ferreria.
Okay.
At saka si Gus Lagman, they will monitor and together with Cynthia Reyes.
Okay. So
Well,
government
Cynthia is not in the
liaison.
board, but she's really the one in charge. So mine is really just to do government relations, really.
Minana ni Cynthia yung kay Mang Jay, no?
Hmm.
Oo, kay Sir Johnny. So anyway, yung ano, yung eto, we've seen ano no, recently yung mga talagang sobrang viral na mga videos showing angry motorists, no? Talagang as in shooting, di ba? Talagang
Yes.
armed people na ano.
Yeah.
So uh, is it on the rise, yung road rage?
My reaction to that, Junep, is I think the visibility is on the rise because of social media technologies. No? Lahat ng tao may cellphone,
Mhm.
CCTV is present, and dashcams are present. But
Mhm.
the sad part is you and I have no firm statistics or
Mhm.
surveys that will tell us it is on the rise. Ang reading ko lang is nakikita at nakikita mas madalas ngayon kaysa sa dati. Dahil nga, it's very easy to pick up a cellphone, i-record. It's
Mhm.
very easy to go live. It's very easy to upload for the visibility of the how many thousands of viewers. So I would say that the visibility is on the upswing, but
Mhm.
I don't think that the number of incidents is much higher, or I will just say we don't have statistics and the surveys. And I'm going to go to the next topic to that because what I noticed is we do not have forensic traffic incident investigation. We do not have data gathering. There are basics of MMDA and LTO and PNP that
Mhm.
require that there is an accident form.
Mhm.
I doubt if it is conscientious. In a recent public consultation of the MMDA admitted that their data is not complete. Yung
Mhm.
tinatawag nilang MMA RAS, parang ganun yung
Yeah.
MRAS,
Yeah.
no? They admitted that their data is not complete kasi pag nag-crash yung mga sasakyan tapos nag-areglo, hindi
Oh.
na nila hindi nila tinatali.
Mm.
And I also feel that we have not reached the level where there is serious forensic investigation so that we can learn from the errors, no? Let's say nagkagit-gitan, uh, you notice in the news reports, it just says nagkagit-gitan yung motor at saka yung SUV. Hindi naman nila sinasabi uh, within a speed, within a distance,
Mhm.
within a location, over a duration of time.
Mhm.
They do not say na it was they will just say it's a reckless act, but they will not tell you why.
Mhm.
Tumalon ng tatlong lane,
Mhm.
napakabilis, lampas sa 60 kph in a 40 kph zone, over a distance of 6 kilometers, 2 kilometers, 200 meters. Hindi natin alam eh.
Tama.
Kaya when pag hinimay natin yung causes,
Mhm.
uh, with all due respect to your friends, our friends in the PNP, tamad.
Mm.
Kasi pwede mong himayin yung video eh.
Mm.
Orasan mo.
Tama
Orasan mo.
time.
Distansya.
Oo.
Lagyan mo ng intensity, speed, may distance.
Tama.
I-plot mo sa Google Maps.
Mm.
And then masasabi mo dun sa Boso-Boso, buhat sa kilometer 32 or 33. Nagkita-kita sila sa kilometer 30. Yun yung hula ko sa nakikita ko at how familiar. I'm not that familiar with the area, but that is from yung tinatawag nilang Vic's Bulalohan hanggang sa taas, sa yung kapihan na yun eh. No? But I'm trying to share with you, Junet, the mindset that says if we're really going to monitor road crash incidents or road rage incidents, it has to be scientific. Now, replay. As soon as BBM stepped in, one of the first laws he vetoed was the Philippine Transport Safety Board law. We missed the boat to create a Philippine Transport Safety Board. And the Philippine Transport Safety Board would have been the most qualified. It would require the creation of a qualified investigative body that would recommend what to do in all incidents of of transportation safety. In other words, air, sea, land, train, pipeline, and vehicles. And that would have overshadowed the PNP SOCO team pag meron silang nakitang crash. We missed it. Ang sagot sa akin, kasi sabi niya akin, tinanong ni Presidente sa COA, sabi ng COA, ang daming nag-i-investigate yan, wag na kayong i-veto na yung law na yun. Na-veto. So if you notice in my social media posts, I keep saying we're not learning from the error. May nag-crash na dalawang namatay na sa piloto sa training plane this week. But sa tingin mo, hihimayin ba ng owner ng eroplano yun? Road airworthiness? He will say no. Of course it was airworthy. Sasabihin ng kaap, of course it was airworthy. Kami nag-certify, kami nag-approve. How can the approver be the one to investigate? So if you look at the Kabagan Bridge ba yun?
Right.
Oh, how will you investigate that? DPWH has the authority and the duty to investigate, and has the qualified engineers. Kayo na nga gumawa, kayo na nga nag-supervise, kayo pa mag-i-investigate? Pwede ba?
Oo nga.
Bigay mo na lang sa iba para masabi, tama ang bakal, mali ang bakal. Tama ang construction methodology. Wala. They all just want to cover it up. Oh, so, now, if I go to a recent road rage incident, and let's pick on the most recent, itong sa Boso-Boso, look at the quality of evidence gathered. SOCO style na naman, naka-cordon off yung crime scene, naka-chalk, at saka may mga marker, kukunan ng picture, nagme-measure ba sila ng distansya? I don't know. Can they determine trajectory of the bullet? Victim 1, Victim 2, Victim 3, Victim 4. They don't know. But because all of these incidents hindi nahihimay ng ganyan, it is primarily because of the cultural attitude that says, boss, hindi na muna ako mag-investigate. Sir Junep, gawin na lang doon sa victim mo. Kasi natatakot si pulis eh. Kasi ang tinitimbang niya, ang basa ko, ang tinitimbang niya ngayon, kasi pag hindi ko naman maareglo ito at sasampa ako ng kaso, pag diniin ko si Junep, baka pagalitan ako ni Senator JV ulit. Baka may padrino si Sir Junep. Hindi pwede. Sabihin ko lang, i-regular lang. Pilitin ko lang yung victim na tanggapin yung alok niya. That's why the police are so scared. And I have raised this many times, even the TV show of Cito Beltran. Uh, and there is no, yung attitude na kasuhan na lang para matanggal sa investigative responsibility nila. Naisampa ko na yung case for reckless imprudence resulting in injuries or death para out of their hand. But in reality, alam nilang nakasabotahe yung kaso, nasabotahe na yung investigation kasi hindi nahimay.
Yung ebidensya, no?
Walang evidence. There is no forensic evidence. Yung sinasabi lang na wala ng
Wala.
have you ever seen a policeman tell him, Sir Junep, pagkabangga, nakita ko, pinuntahan ko yung sasakyan, binomba ko, wala talaga, lusot talaga.
Walang ganun.
No, they don't want. They don't care. Do they tell you, hindi, alam mo, hindi lusot dahil may skid marks. May skid marks. Nakita yung guhit sa daan. Nandun yung rubber marks. And ito yung first contact. It's so unscientific. But I say that emphatically, Junep, because there's no data. We like to speculate. We're all reacting to what is happening on the road. But if I only drive in Makati, I don't know what's happening in Buso-Buso. My only experience is Buso-Buso because of the social media. But it is not brought up to a more scientific basis. I think that's what I'm trying to emphasize. And you can name any of the transportation incidents. Nothing is scientific. So if you're going to ask me, is there an increase? Show me the data. We don't have the data. Show me the man on the ground that has brought out the information. Nothing. I was checking with NLEX yung tungkol doon sa Marilao Bridge. Yung tumama sa taas.
Right. Yung truck.
Everybody just says, kasalanan ng driver. Which is a Filipino mindset. And then they'll say, kawawa yung driver, pagbigyan nyo na. Hindi naman niya kayang bayaran. But if you were to bring in a Western mindset, dapat himayin yung chain of events that lead up to the bridge strike. In other words, kaninong cargo yan? Bakit mataas ang cargo? Bakit lampas sa standard na paleta ng container van? Lampas siya eh. Lampas siya sa height eh. Matangkad yung cargo dun sa container. Mataas na nga yung container niya, lampas na yung cargo, mataas pa yung kinuha ng trailer. Hindi gumamit ng low bed trailer yon. Tapos, alam mo nang mataas ang karga mo, nasa 4.9, pero 4.8 lang ang lahat ng ng lahat ng bridges. Dapat pumili ka ng ruta. Kung ikaw ang truck supervisor or truck owner, pamanduhan mo yung tao mo. Si truck driver, apparently, I cannot guess. Ang sagot ng NLEX sa akin, Robby naman, dumaan sa karuhatan yan, alam namin. At saka busy kami nung gabing yon. 100 ang dumaan. 100 ang hinuli namin dahil alanganin ng cargo. Mataas, mali ang strap down or delikado yung truck, etc. Yung truck na yun, nakasingit siya dahil barado na yung truck lane ng karuhatan papasok ng NLEX. Lumusot siya. Still does not answer why there was no preventive barrier that is
Usually may bakal yun di ba?
Bakit ganun?
Tatamaan mo
Negligence
muna.
Negligence pa rin yun.
Tama.
And as toll operator, I was playing and testing it. Ano naman to? Parang tulaok na naman to sa San Simon. Abutin na naman tayo ng ilang buwan. Ilang linggo, ilang araw. There is no urgency on their part. So that all the incidents of contributory negligence leading to an incident, leading to the inconvenience to the commuting and motoring public, dapat hinihimay eh. But have you seen, I ask you, have you seen a report
Wala.
on Marilao? Wala. Sabi ng mga kaibigan natin sa NLEX, Rob naman, nangyari yun 1 a.m. Nag-release naman kami ng 10 a.m. sa social media. Sabi ko, boss naman, ang bagal ng mga bata nyo. Pagdating ng 11 o'clock ng umaga, ang nire-release sa social media, just to show you how disconnected. Ang nire-release sa social media post ng NLEX, for faster movement through the North Luzon Expressway, please make sure your RFID has load. Nangiinsulto ba kayo o nangiinis?
Oo nga.
On the day that naka-jam up na nga yung traffic buong umaga, nangiinis pa kayo na mag-RFID muna kayo. Tinanggal din nila after a while. But I guess, Junep, you hit a nerve, as you can see. No? The level of investigation is very poor. The level of data gathering is very poor. You and I cannot do much in terms of assessment whether there is established trend or no trend. Even the DOH does not have. Look at the DOH report of late last year. Sabi ni DOH, we're glad to report that the number of crashes is going down. However, the number of deaths are going up. I said, where did they get that? And then they said, together with MMDA, they had that same report where they said the number of motorcycle involvement is going up. Fine. And then, tapos ang next nila, the number of truck incidents is also high. But the matrix, the source of the data is still lacking in analysis and lacking of apples and apples eh. Hindi, apples and oranges naman ang compare nila. So DOH has a database. You and I have been trying to get insurance, and you and I know that insurance will not give us and share the data with us. The LTO will only issue show cause order to viral incidents.
Okay.
Hindi ka viral, huwag din na mag-show cause order. Magpadala ka ng complaint dun sa mga sistema nila na i-report. May mga sistema sila nung araw. Actually, right now, if there's no viral content, it's not gonna get a show cause order. It's not. Ang sagot sa akin ng mga RD nung araw, attorney naman. Ang dami namin, ang priority namin, overloading.
Grabe, no?
My point to you, Junab, is I'm trying to get to see which industry is going to come up with the data that you're asking for an injury or crash. Not at DOH. It's not accurate, is my point. It's not pinpointed. At the FIA conference in Cebu last year in September, the former acting chairperson of the National Transportation Safety Board of the U.S. arrived, Bella Dinzar. She gave a speech to the participants. And her main direction was, if you wanted to do road safety, then you have to be more scientific about it. That's number one. There must be independent investigators. They must be qualified. They must know what they're doing. And then somebody must analyze it. But the difference also is this. He said, the trend now is you're going to get investigators, not because you want to pinpoint and pass the blame to proximate cause. You want to learn how to avoid it in the future. That's the purpose. Kasi pag sabihin kong, Mr. President, we need a law on Philippine Transportation Safety Board, lahat ng in all the operators, all the vehicle owners, all the truck operators will all resist an inspection. or an investigation because mabubuko sila.
Oo nga.
The blame attribution is going to become very clear. And mine is I really don't care anymore. To me, it's like we've weathered how much error already. Why don't we just try to prevent and learn from it
Mm.
for the future? Yun na lang ang sales talk ko dyan. But obviously, if you have data, then you can start pinpointing who is the one responsible for the error and the negligence.
Mm.
So to answer your question, is there a trend?
Mahirap
Social media trend, yes.
Mhm. Social media.
Forensic evidence, data, no, nothing.
Mm.
Just to show you another side topic, why I get angry. Kliyente ng office, kliyente ng law office, kliyente ng partner ko, si Dermalog.
Okay.
Dermalog is the German service provider of the Land Transportation Management System of the LTO. Ako yung nakaharap dun sa LTO dahil ang feeling ni Dermalog, kinuha kaming dalawa ng partner ko kasi mas naintindihan ko yung
Mm.
vehicle registration and driver's license.
Mm.
Kausap ko dapat since in August I assumed the position of joint venture representative for the project of LTMS, and I sat down with LTO Assistant Secretary Vigor Mendoza every 2 weeks.
Mhm.
Minomonitor ko yan every 2 weeks. After a while, siya yung umiiwas sa akin. Ayaw niyang i-improve yung LTMS.
Bakit?
Why? Kasi mawawala yung kotong eh.
Mm.
I can tell you a lot of stories about that.
Mm.
Nung non-appearance sa emission test, non-appearance sa PMBIC,
Mm.
direct upload. Yung wala namang COC sa insurance pero may rehistro. Yung Chinese Pogo na nakakakuha ng driver's license, package deal hanggang PSA, nagiging Pinoy. Yung fingerprint that this fingerprint is only Robbie Consunji. Ayaw din nila nun. May technologies that say this fingerprint is only that face, that name. Pag bumalik ako doon at unofficial name, hanapin ko ng this fingerprint needs the license called hindi na Roberto, si Robbie Consunji na lang. Sasabihin ng LTO, case to case. Kung talaga yan ang kailangan mo, Robbie, magkano mabayaran mo sa akin? Papa-approve natin kay Director, i-approve na namin may second license ka na.
Ibang pangalan, no?
Yeah. Which is what's happening on the ground. May second license ang tao.
Wow.
So sabi namin dun sa sabi na sa LTO, there is fingerprint biometrics match. We insist that this be done as a security feature. Pangit naman yan, Rob. Huwag na natin. Huwag na yan. Anong gagawin mo? Ang sagot sa akin, that is not in your mandate as the LTMS provider. That's out of the scope of your terms of reference. Sabi ko, but boss, pati yung face, ito yung nose, yung ears, sukat yan, naka-facial recognition na kami.
Mm.
Naman yan eh. Maraming mag-object. Yan ang sagot. Retina, the eye technology of recognition, reject din yun.
Grabe, no?
But ang sagot sa akin, my legacy is going to be, sabi ni Vigor Mendoza, my legacy is going to be the digitalization and computerization of the LTO system. Rehistro, plaka, lisensya. Maganda yan, Vigor. Ang sagot sa akin. Pero alam mo naman, Rob, yung mga RD natin, ayaw nila ng ganyan. Regional Director. Anong gagawin ko? How will you now, when you ask me for the data, and I ask you, I can get you how many were registered in the month of March 2025, and then I will tell you, pero Junep, I can only show you 80% of the data of vehicles registered kasi yung isa pang database, may pangalawang database si Stratcom.
Ganon?
How?
Hindi yun pareho?
Yeah!
Wow!
No, hindi naka-mirror yun. Hindi naka-back-to-back yun.
Grabe, no?
Iba ang listahan dito, iba ang listahan dito. Ang listahan sa kabila, 20%. Ang listahan sa kabila, 80%.
Wow.
Oh, now, how will you now determine alin din ang involved in accident? and they don't want to do it. I don't know if I'm answering your question. I know I'm digressing, but I'm giving you a flavor of the umbrella of.
We're actually opening a bigger can of worms here. Grabe, no? So,
yan.
sobrang laki ng problema ng Pilipinas, no, when it comes to land transport.
Ano sabi ni Secretary? Pumasok si Secretary Dizon. His first reaction was, on day one, anti-poor naman yung RFID. Okay, I won't fight him. Sabi ng NLEX, no, I have $200 million worth of equipment on standby purchase. We can make it barrier-free and plate number recognition based. Wala nang barrier. Lulusot ka na lang, babasahin yung RFID mo na napakabilis. Wala ka namang load, mapipicturean yung plate number mo, i-report. To the LTO database na 8020. Paano sila magko-kolekta? Kaya ayaw mag-barrier free.
Yun ang weakest link talaga yung gobyerno, no?
Yeah. So but for DOTR secretary, the most he can do is right now is just plug holes one by one. I like his priority. His priority, in fairness to Secretary Dizon, his priority is MRT and rail.
Yeah, mass transport.
So our problem as car owners, we are last priority. As public transport, the bus is a priority. I mean, if I listen to him, so I don't know if I'm answering your question. Road rage is just a small factor of the overall transportation. It's just that magandang headline, magandang soundbite, very visual, very graphic, very violent, exciting. And if you notice now, araw-araw na lang may suntukan sa kalye.
Actually, Rob, yung ni-research ko, no, ngayon, I really comb yung internet for data, for stories. US grabe yung taas, no, parang nasa 30% yung increase in road rage, no, just last year, no. So it led Utah to revise its transport laws to include yung harsher penalties for road rage. So may ganon, no?
Okay.
Yes, UK din, meron din. Sa UK naman, they were able to determine na yung millennials and Gen Z drivers are the angriest drivers. So itong demographic na to, ito yung masyadong prone to road rage, no? So may mga ganon. So yung paper ko, it's going to present yung what's happening all over the world. So yun nga sana, kung gusto kong makita kung meron tayong paghuhugutan sa Pilipinas, 'di ba? Yung National Center for Transportation Study ng UP, yung NCTS, 'di ba? Nag-conduct sila last year ng forum. Ewan ko kung na-invite kayo doon. Meron silang forum on road rage, eh. So hindi ko pa napapanood. Meron silang parang YouTube na recording nung pero hindi ko pa siya napapanood. Baka meron silang statistics na ma-present, no? So ganun ko, iniipon ko siya ngayon. I'm actually gathering data. Tapos meron akong on the ground, no? If you notice yung visor, with Vernon, we parang collaborated. Nag-post siya na kanina ng 3 questions.
Nakita ko yun.
almost 100 na yung comments, no? Dun sa comments,
Oo.
mga uh, offhand lang, siguro estimate ko mga 70% yes. So, mga yes na naka-experience na sila ng road rage. So, may mga sumagot kasi na
Oo.
may mga sumagot ng no, pero may, di ba, they wanted also to share their insights na, okay, hindi nga sila naka-experience ng road rage, pero if ever they would experience daw, ganito yung gagawin nila, ganon. So, nakakatuwa yung mga sagot, no? Kasi, obviously, it's a reality, no, hindi siya parang something na parang pwede nating i-deny, no, hindi siya, it's really there, no. Ang tanong, nare-record ba siya? Syempre hindi. So yan yung kulang ngayon, yung mga gaps na dapat nating i-address. So una kasi yung road rage, it can happen pero hindi naman na-report, di ba? Hindi naman nakuha ng video.
Exactly.
Oo, so ang nakikita lang natin actually yung nakuna ng video, yung na-report sa social media,
Yes.
'di ba? So yun lang, it can be a tip of the iceberg. 'Di ba? Pwedeng
Yes.
pwedeng it can go both ways eh. Pwedeng exaggerated lang kasi yun nga sabi mo nga dumadami yung recorded na incidents, no? Pwede kasing dati na mas ano, pero globally there's really a trend, no? Yung mga na-survey ko, US, UK, Japan ano last year din eh they in 2023 pala, in 2023 they revised their Transport Act, yung transport law nila.
Uh-huh.
Oo, tapos they included road rage. Ang tawag nila obstructed driving. Yun ang tawag nila kasi parang pag nag-away kayo sa gitna ng kalsada, di syempre, di ba, you're obstructing traffic. So yun na yun, parang ano, sinama na nila yun yung mga nag-aaway sa kalsada na ano, ng mga drivers. Tapos merong isang case na maganda, check mo sa Japan, no? Parang he was meted a very harsh penalty. Yung isang namaril din. Parang may ganyan din nang nangyari sa ano, Boso-Boso. So parang siya yung ano ngayon, landmark case sa Japan when it comes to road rage. 2023 yata, something yung, o 2022. Basta ganun. So ang lumalabas kasi ngayon based on the research that initial research, no, na ginawa ko, the data is on the upswing eh after the pandemic. Globally, as in globally, na parang yun yung mga lumalabas na available data on the internet, na there's an upswing in road rage, no, in drivers becoming more aggressive, more angry, di ba? More ano talaga, parang sensitive na ano after the pandemic. So hindi ko alam kung reasons bakit, no? Hindi ko pa siya nabasa lahat eh. So yun yung mga gusto kong himayin. Tapos if we can come up with something na that can benefit our ano, 'di ba, countrymen, na from the from all these studies. Ang gusto ko kasing tingnan nga kung meron bang way on how we can communicate, no? Kasi definitely ano yan, breakdown in communication yung road rage eh. 'Di ba? So may mga nakita kasi ako dun sa comments na parang ano mo na lang, isipin mo na lang na baka may emergency siya, 'di ba? Baka may ganun. So may mga assumptions, no? So o baka isipin mo na lang na palagpasin mo na lang 'yan, 'di ba? Parang or wag mong papatulan, wag mong titingnan ng ano, 'di ba? Pag minura ka, may isa akong nakita kanina, tinutukan daw siya ng baril eh, as in binabaan siya ng bintana. Tapos tinutukan siya ng baril pero hindi niya nalang pinansin, nag-sorry siya, 'di ba? Parang ano, sorry siya pero hindi daw siya pinalagpas for 1 kilometer eh. Parang hindi siya pina-overtake. So ganun yung
you want my prevention there?
Yes.
Impose a regulation of light transmission sa vehicle tint.
Yung tint, no? Ano ba? Ano tingin mo? The darker the tint, the more aggressive the driver.
Kasi ano eh, anonymous ako eh. Hindi mo nakikita eh.
Okay.
You don't know who I am. I don't know who you are. I don't see you. You don't see me.
Okay.
yes, I might feel more secure because you cannot see me. But
Ah.
on the other side is more aggressive,
Mm.
or I will be more aggressive.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that is a very big factor eh.
Mhm.
Kasi ako, I don't drive with tint.
Mhm.
Wala.
Sa'yo yung
Only
stock, no?
recently,
Sa'yo yung stock lang na tint ng kotse, yun lang.
yung auto ko is like only like an 85% transmission. It's very, very light. You will even think it's not even tinted.
Okay.
Yung iba, black.
Correct.
So when I give you a camera that says black and then you don't know what I'm doing and you don't know who I am, you think you're going to still be responsive because you don't see eye to eye.
Right.
But if I see you on the road and I say, "Oi,
Uh,
Tunep,
right.
hello,"
Right. Uh,
kalma ka na.
uh,
And it's that anonymity that has created a very heightened ano. And then, siyempre, helmet law.
mm.
Nakatakip din yung tao, hindi mo
Ayun din, no?
maintindihan.
Anonymity rin yan, no? Anonymity rin.
So will you think you're going to have any communication? No, you're not. Hindi mo ma-stereotype ang tao eh. Unlike sa naglalakad ka sa mall o naglalakad ka sa sidewalk papuntang MRT,
Mm.
kita mo ang tao, kita mo ang age, kita mo ang galaw, lasing ba yan, disente ba yan, ayos ba ang bihis. Meron kang image eh.
Mhm.
Eh yung anonymity of a black Fortuner, black tint, hindi ko makita, may dala ba yan o wala? And syempre, stereotype. Galit ako sa ganyang klaseng tao. Pagsasabihan ko. I mean, that's the way it all deteriorates.
Mm.
But if the guy was a senior gentleman or a female learner, I mean, baguhan na mag-drive,
Mhm.
magagalitan mo, hindi, tignan mo na lang. Ako, nabangga ako sa Buendia nung isang araw nung isang linggo Sabi ng babae, she was a very young girl. I couldn't, only when she got down. She said, alam mo sir, kasi manual, hindi kabisadong manual na-pop ko yung clutch.
Mhm.
Let's go home. Sabi ko, I don't have time for you. Hindi ko mapagalitan eh. Alam mo
Oh.
yun.
Uh,
But I share that one, Junep, immediately because we have failed to regulate for safety standards vehicle tint.
uh.
Kahit yung front windshield, kahit yung side glass.
Ang ano nga diyan, Rob, yung ano pa niyan, parang isa pang addition na ano, 'di ba, because of the tint na sobrang dilim, naglalagay na ng LED, 'di ba, ng HID na
Yeah,
'di ba, na sobrang
yeah,
liwanag naman, na nakakainis din, 'di ba?
yeah, yeah. Well, it's both ways eh. But I think if the LTO had regulated window tint,
Mhm.
if you remember, you're not as old as me. If you remember martial law, di ba?
Oo.
Yung window tint, regulated yun.
Okay, hindi ko
Bawal.
alam. Hindi ko alam. Ang alam ko kasi sa Banawi ako lumaki, sa may it's been there all my life eh.
Hindi, bawal ang dark tint yung araw.
Ah,
Dahil naalala mo yung assassination attempt ni Lopez
okay.
Sinakis
Right.
versus President Marcos.
Oo.
Meron siyang combi van na naka-blackout ang glass.
Okay.
Mag-aano siya ng sharpshooter doon.
Mhm.
But nobody enforced it. But there's no regulation at all here in the Philippines for tint.
Okay.
There's none. And then the technologies became different na. You can sit inside, it's very clear, it's not as dark. Pero at night, it's very dark.
Mhm.
Looking out, it's very dark. But the light going in is you cannot see anybody. So the anonymity is very large, very high. To me, I look at that as one of the main reasons over time that has shifted.
Mhm.
Nowadays, if they buy a car and they don't put glass tint sa front windshield, parang weird naman nito, hindi nagtitint. Which is the black Fortuner stereotype, di ba?
Right.
Uh,
Magandang rin
I don't
tingnan
know. I
yung
digress.
yung mga kotse na involved sa ano no, sa road rage. Kung anong klase, may tint ba sila na madilim, no?
Again, because we did not investigate.
Oo nga. Back to square one tayo.
Oh, we did not investigate. Oh.
Oo nga. Wala, may award pa yung mga pulis eh, no?
Oh, the other one, yung yung MMDA versus PNP.
Uh-huh.
The ongoing problem of
Yung enforcement.
Gabriel Go
Uh,
of MMDA. He stopped the protest of Manibela at the DOTR Connecticut Street corner EDSA. Kukuyugin na daw siya ng mga driver. Sumingit lang yun yung PNP na to save him. So scoreboard was 1-0, di ba? Tapos nanghuli si Gabriel Go ng pulis diyan sa Quezon City. Nanita siya. Viral video siya sa live, Facebook Live or YouTube Live. Galit na galit si Napolcom. Galit na galit si JV Ejercito. Tanggalin daw si Gabriel Go. I mean, come on, what kind of enforcement is that? The police was parked his motorcycle on the sidewalk. And that's why he was being issued a ticket. I think there's no issue on that. I think the issue is whether they should not have broadcast his apprehension on or broadcast the video. That's the issue. Nakahanap ng padrino eh. Search mo yung JV Ejercito. Ang dami niyang post tungkol kay Gabriel Go. Gabriel Go is the one who took over Bong Nebriha's problem. Bong Nebriha's, whatever you call it, Special Operations Group. Diba? Si Bong Nebriha, nakabanggaan niya, isa pang padrino. Si Revilla. Diba? Ba't ka na sa bus lane? Sabi niya, kasi driver ako ni Revilla. Ang sabi ni Revilla, the next time was, I'm going to cut down the budget of the MMDA. Nakahanap ng padrino. Ano ba yan? It's a never-ending cycle eh. How do you get enforcement?
And that's one of the pillars ng road safety, di ba? Yung enforcement eh.
Yeah. I digress.
Anyway, yung narinig mo na yung road rage law, yung road rage bill na proposed, di ba?
That's only good for re-election.
Dahil kinatulpo, no? Sinatulpo yun eh.
Yeah, the fact is it did not gain any popularity in Congress. It did not move anywhere. It was good for the votes. Good for the quotable quote. But you try looking at it.
Wala eh. Nilagyan lang ng parusa pero paano mo patutunayan yung rage?
I think the point, Junep, is the whole spectrum of human behavior is already covered by many laws.
Right.
Primarily revised penal code. Whether I throw you a wave, I put up a dirty finger, I give you an ugly face, I shout bad words at you, I say galit, that's all in the law. So what's the point? Just because you and I were in a car, naging road rage. I put out a fist, I punch you, there were 6 people against you. That's all in the law. What's the difference? And in my narrative just now, is the escalation of activity of human behavior. Masama ang tingin sa akin. Di ba? It all escalates with that eh. May hand gesture, may dirty finger, sinuntok, tinapik, magbitiw ng masamang salita, No, nakipagsuntukan, naglabas ng baril, tinapik na naman yung tao. That's all in the revised penal code. What do you need more? What? Kasi nagda-drive siya. Kasi pinitik siya ng kotse, pinitik siya ng motor. I don't think that's a traffic violation. It's reckless driving. And then the point, Junep, I think is this: put a new law. You think the enforcement and the prosecution and the conviction rate will improve? No. Padrino eh.
Right. Another window for corruption lang yan.
So that whether it evolves from a dirty finger all the way to a gunshot and dead and multiple dead, mass murder, if you want to be it, arising from road rage. Do you need a road rage rule? Does it become a qualifying circumstance, which means to say the penalty will be higher? I don't know. I don't think so. It's a ridiculous proposal. I don't think it's going to prevent anything. It's like the death penalty is not going to prevent anybody from doing anything else. The logical connections are so lost. Of course, the logical connection to the re-election of the proponent is very good.
Right.
No doubt. It's like going to a Congress hearing and a Senate hearing. Inaabang nila yung quotable quote. Dapat may acting coach yun, ha? may script siya.
Right.
Meron siyang gestures, meron siyang facial expression. Tapos nagiging news tonight. and then bloggers to repeat that as his shining moment in the Congress hearing and whatever, Quadcom, Tricom, committee, whatever. Ano ba yan? In aid of legislation, daw. I mean, come on. That's why to me, every time a bill comes out, I keep telling my media friends, bro, let's just announce it when it becomes the law. Don't announce it now. You're just giving the politicians the popularity that you want.
Right.
I mean, so to answer your question, road rage law is not going to improve.
Right.
Because every time they do a new law, and I can show you a long list of motoring-related laws, which I call the stillborn law, the aborted law, the defunct law, the dead letter law, lahat yan dead. Child safety seat, dead. Distracted driving act, stillborn or dead? Speed regulation, speed governor or ano yan, speed device sa bus, dead.
Right.
All of them are dead. What are we trying to do? Because they did not put any support for training of the enforcers, education of the enforcers, education of the motoring public, regular enforcement. What is the leading apprehension of the LTO every year?
Ano?
Seatbelt
Overloading?
law.
Ano na?
No, seatbelt law.
Seatbelt? May nanguhuli pa pala doon.
And it's been the number one apprehension for the past 15 years.
Talaga?
And it's like, pwede ba, move on na tayo sa ibang law na tayo manghuli. Attorney naman, ang hirap naman manghuli ng ng red headlights.
Grabe, no?
Blind, color blind. So my answer is, a law is good when it converts human behavior into a prohibited behavior and punishes it. It must be supported by a full system of information, education, enforcement, prosecution campaign. It cannot just be issued as a law and it cannot just be issued as an IRR, implementing rules and regulations, because it will not change behavior on the road. No. And bear in mind that the overall umbrella of instruction, and you have to capture it from the while they're young, on road safety, driving school, driving lesson, is not really that structured. Driving school is not a structured thing for certain grades. Road safety lecture is still not apparent in the Department of Education
Right.
curriculum. So that consciousness of what is a pedestrian lane and where can I cross is not really inculcated. That is not a natural thing. People have to learn what is a pedestrian lane, and they have to learn what is a anong tawag dun? The boundary on the side of the road that says this is the road, this is the shoulder. But hindi eh. So even no amount of law is going to do it eh. And I think the problem is the Senate and Congress over the past 10, 15 years has been very, very aggressive in producing new laws, but not as a complete package which has enforceable, what I call, an administrative efficiency that the enforceability is highly likely and good. There's nothing. You tell me the best law recent in the past 10 years. Haphazard ng enforcement eh. The intent is good, no? Road safety, no doubt. Yeah. But you'll end up with like the child seat law, which was aborted as soon as the IRR came out. So do you answer the question? Proposed road rage law? I don't think it's going to help anything. I don't think it's going to work anything. I don't think it's going to prevent anybody. What it really needs is proper independent enforcement, and I think it's going to take a while before the culture changes and all the padrinos go away. That's my short. It's a system talaga. It's a cultural thing, and right now the challenge is what is the way to change behavior? I think that's the question. In a broad stroke, not just road safety, no, broad stroke. When I say broad stroke, whether it's good manners, right conduct, love of country, nationalism, road safety, that's just part of it, you know. And you'll see that the the fact that politics has taken this role of there are rabid, for lack of a better example, Duterte loyalists. What's the foundation for that? It's because that's their padrino eh. That's their padrino eh. That was their extended family. That was the benefactor, the guy that gave them the insurance policy that they could have done, they should have done, but they didn't do. Insurance policy, medical, burial, property damage, accident, loss of livelihood. Insurance policy comes from your padrino. So how do you expect any regulatory framework of a Western set to come in? It has to be a padrino's legal system. I don't know. To me, that's my reading of it. But it's not answering your question. I know.
Ngayon, punta tayo sa sir, driving maturity, no? Yung maturity, as in, hindi sa age, no? Kundi sa the way we drive, no? Are we getting better? Are we getting worse as drivers?
We're getting worse.
Why?
Driving school is a joke. Driving test is a joke. LTMS questions for driving exam is a joke.
Ang mahal
Look at the question that says,
Ang mahal pa.
What is the relevance of the I want to drive a car? What is the relevance of the motorcycle top box to my being a driver of the car? We AAP, even before I joined, was trying to pressure Galvante at the time
Mhm.
to change the questions in the driving exam. So it's relevant and it is something which is really important for the driver.
Mhm.
Galvante said, yes, my boys will give it to you. You can ask Cynthia Reyes. They never gave it. Ayaw nilang ilabas. They just wanted to have they didn't care. Because when you have the answer, the questionnaire, and you have the answer key, even if I did 6 sets of this, I'm going to sell it to you anyway so that you will pass the exam.
Grabe, no?
So they don't care whether it's relevant or not. But if you are enthusiastic about driving, you would always talk about things of lane selection, braking distance, the gap between vehicles, uh, in the signal light before you turn, all of that stuff. No, the questions were like weird stuff high in the clouds. Uh, what is the size of the top box? What is the height of the child that must ride the safety seat? I'm like, how does that convert to my movement on the road?
Hmm.
Uh, and yet and yet the amount of drivers that have entered is tremendous. The system. At one point when LTO was trying to increase the fees, ang sagot ng Congress, syempre sila yung padrino eh.
Hmm.
Anti-poor, anti-poor. Babaan nyo yung rate. Binaba yung rate na naman ng driving exam. Driving school. So how do you expect to teach them speed, relative distance, space, proximity to each other? What's the safety margin? I don't know how you're going to teach that anymore. I'm like, this is a write-off. You either start with the 17-year-old and everybody else, let's forget it. uh, I don't know what I'm answering your question as far as driver education. I think everybody should go back to school.
Mhm.
Everyone should be given a refresher course. They should be given a driving test. Whether you passed or you didn't pass, you pass it again.
Hmm.
Although it's kind of late because Duterte created a 10-year driving license.
Oo nga.
And I believe 80% of the drivers got the 10-year driver's license. So it's going to take you and me another, I think it's like, I don't know, if I counted the rears right, the earliest is going to be like 7 years from now that we will have to filter them again.
Yung
In other words, ang
yeah. Yung AAP ba,
renewal is
walang way to parang certification, parang ganon. Especially do sa mga professional drivers.
uh they AAP has not gone into the testing side or the teaching side of things then.
Ah.
It's the advocacy side but not the driving school side.
Dati meron eh. 'Di ba? Before.
It used to have a driving school, now wala.
Ah.
'Di ba? Wala eh. Although now I'm trying to come up with TESDA, I'm trying to lobby TESDA to have a driving curriculum for NC3 specific to 4x4 off-road vehicles.
Hmm.
Many people will buy a 4x4.
Ah.
They don't know how to use it. They have to be taught. And my proposal now, I'm going to meet TESDA next month. This month. On
Dati
creating
may proposal si Bert Swansing na truck driver school. Natuloy ba 'yon?
I think may mga truck driver school now. That's NC3.
Meron na sa TESDA.
Meron. Meron sa TESDA.
Okay.
Ang tinutulak ko ngayon NC3 for 4x4.
4x4, okay.
Para hindi malaspag yung transmission, hindi malaspag yung transfer case.
Hmm.
And I found a way to do it. So I'm hoping that that's my contribution to the education.
Hmm. Motorcycle, wala, no? Sa TESDA?
Ah, parang wala. Wala.
Hmm.
Everybody just goes to Honda Driving Safety Center.
Oo, wala. Hindi naman required ng motorcycle to ano, 'di ba? To take a driving lesson.
Correct. And that's why the motorcycle PNVS operators
Hmm.
have not adopted the highest standard of safety.
Hmm.
They're protecting they're protecting their turf. They just need the population of drivers. They don't care whether they're safe or not safe.
Hmm.
They don't care. They're like they could have given everybody instruction.
Hmm.
It could range from anything like tumingin sa kanan, tumingin
Hmm.
sa kanan, tumingin sa kaliwa, bago mandar.
Hmm.
But they don't care. They don't do that. They change lanes like anything.
Right.
They zip up, they rush. We've lost the chance by doing TNBS. Now that if you try doing it now, you think you can do it? I don't know how you're gonna do it.
Pwede siguro via yung apps pa din, 'di ba? Yung Grab, yung gano'n na or Angkas, yung review, yung feedback ng rider, ng passenger,
Sana.
'di ba? Pwede
But
yun
when
eh.
you have like somebody like George Reyeca doing that stunt of his with the 200 traffic violators, ano mangyayari sa iyo? Kasi tumatakbo ng Congress, party list.
Oo nga.
Oh.
Anyway, tayo na lang. Pagtulong-tulungan na lang natin. Ayun, sir, last question, no? AAP is there. We know the government is ano ba 'yon? Hopeless. Hindi natin masabi, di ba? So, hindi naman natin pwedeng bitiwan tong cost na to, di ba? Hindi natin pwedeng hayaan na lang na maging war zone yung ating mga kalsada eh. So, sino ang mga pwedeng tumulong, sir? Aside from AAP, anong tingin mong pwedeng mga groups na we can actually rally and parang solicit their help, their support, diba, to make
I'll, I'll,
our roads
I'll,
safer?
to answer your question, I'll tell you my anecdote.
Sige.
Uh, when I grew up watching videos, Betamax, di ba? Tsaka
Hmm.
VHS, di
Hmm.
ba? And nung araw, ang Betamax at saka pumunta ng Betamax shop,
Hmm.
kahit pirated yung video,
Hmm.
okay lang.
Hmm.
Diba? As it changed to the era of VHS and it changed to the era of CDs,
Hmm.
intellectual property became more and more important, more and more enforceable. No?
Hmm.
And even my legal career, I've had how many enforcement careers and enforcement efforts uh, for
IPOs.
intellectual property protection.
Hmm.
Yeah. No. Whether it was rubber shoes or whether it was videos, no, that we protected or we enforced against the infringers.
Hmm.
Fast forward, came to a point when at one point when my nephews who were like high school boys a few years ago were asking me, Tito, we need to buy a DVD. We want to watch a new movie. This is
Hmm.
before Netflix.
Hmm.
Madali lang yan. Bumili ka ng pirated. Sabira mo, sa Green Hills. Anong sagot? Ang sagot ng bata was, Tito, that's a sin.
Hmm.
I was taught in school that that is a sin. And that is a prohibited item to buy pirated video. That is a stealing intellectual property. But My point is, Junep, is if you replay 15 years earlier, as a TV viewer, I was buying old, or I was renting, di ba yung mga rental shop ng video, Betamax, pirated. And it was not a sin. We were never told it was a sin. We were never told it was prohibited, although we knew that it was an intellectual property violation.
Right.
But when you put the church, and that's the main message, to teach the youth what is a sin and what is prohibited, and now you combine what is called mala prohibita by law together with what is by value prohibited action, then it gets reiterated again and again. And the child will say, bawal ang DVD na pirated eh. Now, fast forward, applying the anecdote. When you create road rules and you equate it to sin, that's the only time that the Pinoy will be able to equate it together. But the older people will not care, the younger ones will. No? And when I look at it and I try to look at how much movement can the church do for us, they're not anywhere in the picture.
Right, right.
They've not said anything. They're not, to me, I don't want to sound like I'm, no, I mean, I'm trying to find a way how to say it nicely. I'm just saying that the whole idea of road rules has never been equated to a sin.
Mhm.
Although, of course, yung what is inherently bad is inherently bad. No, I mean, murder is bad.
Mhm.
Di ba? You will agree.
Mhm.
Stealing is bad. You will agree. Di ba? But beating the red light? How do you convert beating the red light to sin is my question. If I have a priest beside me and he says, Junep, beating the red light is sin, will the child now follow it? I think so.
Mhm.
But I think the question is how. I think to say it nicely, it's we hope that the church will also join us in the campaign
Mhm.
for road safety.
Right.
They've been relatively quiet because the next one that's missing there is the educational system,
Mhm.
schools, the teachers,
Mhm.
no, and and that's the only time that when you teach a high school girl, high school boy, that they will go now tell the family driver and the father, beating the red light is a sin. Why are you beating the red light? Why are you overloading? And ang sabi sa batas, bawal ang below 10 sa motorsiklo. Yung hindi aabot sa peg, foot peg.
Mhm.
But only because to them it's ang attitude 'di ba ng Pinoy is naghahanap buhay lang, mahirap lang kami. Yan lang ang nakasanayan, hindi naman mangyayari sa akin. And above all, ang kalaban ng Pinoy from a psychological ano, bahala na.
Culture pa rin, no?
Ang ang contradiction ng road safety advocacy
Mhm.
is the pullback that says
Mhm.
hindi mangyayari sa akin, bahala na.
Mhm.
And then the fallback is, oh, may nangyari, anong gagawin mo? Maghanap po ng padrino. I don't know. To me it's just so different. It's the lesson you get when you see Duterte family trying to see him at the prison in The Hague.
Mhm.
Walang padrino dun. So, it took them a while to have visitation rights. I'm trying to show you my best effort, Juneb, that
Yeah.
from a cultural experience, it's not the simple thing of putting out the rules and publishing it and teaching it.
Mhm.
No, it's not. The next new secretary is going to say, that's anti-poor, prohibited, bawal.
Mhm.
Ang gagawin mo? Di ba? Kasi he has to I can understand what Secretary, what's his name, Vince Dizon is trying to do. He's trying to be popular with a certain segment so that he can now come in and muscle his way through. Eventually, nagpapapogi muna
Right.
para matanggap siya, para ma-confirm siya ng commission on appointment. And then I think he will start tightening the screws. But right now, because he's on a campaign to gain certain, but popularity or acceptability, that's why he's been doing, nakailang populist movements yan, yung tungkol dun sa RFID, yung tungkol dun sa Bohol enforcers ng LTO na nambugbog ng lasing, yung sumasakay sa tren, sumasakay sa bus. Di ba? May populist siya eh. He has to move down that level. You know? Which is good. But again, will the secretary now move closer to regulating road safety? I'm still puzzled what's the first thing he's going to do in terms of the road safety on the road type of issue. Kasi what we were trying to do as Dermalog was we were trying to tell LTO ibalik na yung online ticket payment. Na-ticket ka. Bayaran mo lang sa GCash at saka online na lang i-reverse mo. Ayaw ng LTO. Kailangan pumunta ka ng office. Mag-usap tayo. Baka case to case, baka ilagay ko sa record mo, baka hindi ko bilangin yung demerits mo.
Alam mo na ibig sabihin nun.
Di ba? But I think that's why the question is which agencies and which bodies and what not. Me, it's like I'm praying that the church will help us.
Oo nga. Actually,
education.
For the longest time silang never silang in-involved sa campaign for road safety, no?
No. Educational system, whether high school, grade school, yes, definitely education is necessary. The Department of Education. Diba? Ang difference is I don't know whether there's clear budgets in education for that. That's one. I think it's still a schooling system problem, a training system problem. And that's why my example to you is the IPO, conversion of IPO to SIN. You try talking to a high school kid now, and you tell them to go buy a pirated DVD, or I think they'll tell you, nakakaya naman yan, I'm not gonna walk around with a stolen thing. You get me? That's the impact there. But I don't know where that message came from. I don't know how that became the value system that they linked mala prohibita with the idea of what is a sin. We're very far from that on road safety. I don't think there were attempts to equate beating the red light as a sin, but I've seen that in some public service announcements in the past, maybe 20 years ago, on video. But are there efforts to do that? No. It's a value-based issue, Junep. Whether beating the red light, changing lane, failure to put on the headlights, all of that long list. Hindi pa rin siya enforceable morally enforceable yun ang problem.
Final question, sir.
Yes, sir.
yung tanong ko sa visor, di ba? Pwede mo ba sagutin? Have you experienced road rage?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. What triggered it?
may bumangga sa akin na jeepney.
Okay.
Bumangga sa akin. So, dahan, dahan. Binangga ako gano'n. And I said, he cannot pay me.
Aha. Ano yung coaching dala mo?
Yung Land Rover Defender.
Okay.
If you're familiar, you drove a Defender sa Tacloban, di ba?
Right.
Yung Defender, di ba, pagbukas mo ng pinto,
Ah,
may folding step yun sa baba.
right.
Nasa akin niya yung folding step. Tumiklop na naman yung step, natuklap yung goma.
Hmm.
And immediately, I'm like, okay, it's gonna cost me 6 to 8,000 pesos to replace it. Alam ko yung price ng pyesa eh.
Hmm.
Bumaba ako. Nakita ko yung driver, matanda. He probably was 78 years old.
Hmm.
Alam mo, kukwelyuhan ko na sana eh.
Hmm.
Yung gagawin ko na sana eh.
Hmm.
Kukwelyuhan ko na sana. Hindi ko lang siya makwelyuhan dahil nandun yung reserba.
Hmm.
Hindi ako makapasok sa
Ah.
loob ng jeepney niya. Tsaka ano, when I saw him, I backed off eh. I said, Rob, sandali. Matanda na to. Baka hindi ko maano eh. Pag nasuntok ko yun, baka ano talagang mangyari, sabi ko. Kasi he was not capable of driving.
Hmm.
Alam mo yung pinagpipilitan na lang niya na mag-drive siya. Hindi naman siya listo, hindi naman siya agile.
Hmm.
Hindi siya marunong magbuelta ng manubela. He
Hmm.
could hardly drive.
Hmm.
So, imbis na kuwelyuhan ko, alam niyo, mag-ingat na lang ho kayo. Malis na ako. I said, but I think to answer the question, yeah, it hits you eh.
Hmm.
But after that, I've stopped. I've never done it again. There's nothing else that has happened. This is probably like 15 or 20 years ago.
Hmm.
Uh, and when you look at it, you're like, you know, ano eh, it's like a balance the score eh. Alam mong he cannot pay you. Alam mong the procedure is going to spend you so much money just to collect something.
Hmm.
Babawian ko na lang siya. Turuan ko ng leksyon. Di ba? I mean, that's the sequence there. Teach him a lesson. Uh, I'm not going to collect anything anyway.
Hmm.
And the most common way to do it is to punch him.
Violence pa rin, no?
But yeah, it's eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, di ba? Kaya sa akin, calm down. I walked away, ah. I walked away without further. Kasi nakita ko yung matanda talaga. I mean, and the counterpart lesson I learned there was the LTO has not been screening drivers. The dangerous proposition that I learned only last year was in the 10-year driver's license, there was a milestone to do a medical checkup at year 3 and year 7. And because Art Tugade, Assistant Secretary and LTO Chief at the time, wanted to be popular, he removed it.
Right. Wala na.
Now,
Once na lang, no?
yeah, so that if you were a driver and you got your driver's license 2024, you now will go to 2034, but you are in 2034, over the next 10 years, you're going to become 70. Don't you think the public deserves a medical checkup to make sure that the eyes work,
Hmm.
the muscles work, the dexterity works? We missed the boat again on safety.
Hmm.
Why? To be popular. Why? So that he could run for Senate. Although Art Tugade's son, J. Art, is not running anymore.
Hmm.
That's the sad part of it. Eh.
Hmm.
They all get traced to some political and some money making scheme at government.
Hmm.
So to answer the question, yes, road rage. Yeah, done that. Been there, done that. Will I do it again? No, I don't want to do it again. Uh, how do I handle it? I just walked away. I said, no, this is not gonna work for me. I don't wanna be in the tabloid. Kasi nung araw, broadsheet pa tabloid eh.
Ano sabi nung matanda?
Tinignan lang ako. He was not, alam mo yung mabagal? Alam mo yung feeling ko,
Baka nagulat
parang,
pa siya na ano eh, no? Na nabangga ka niya eh. Baka hindi niya napansin
hindi,
talaga.
alam niya.
Ah,
Alam niya dahil yung pasikip at pasikip na yung kalye, pinipilit pa rin niya. Alam mo yung feeling ko the dexterity was gone and
ah,
the ability able to move the hand, able
ah,
to step on the brake
ah.
is gone. Too old. He could not even express himself. So I was really like, puta ragis Rob, pag sinuntok mo ito, ako pa makukulong. Hindi na,
Actually,
babayaran ko na to.
actually, napakahirap mag-drive ng jeepney. Na-try mo na ba
Oo.
mag-drive ng jeepney? Sobra.
Di ba, may, may ergonomics na mali eh.
Hindi lang yun. Pati ano, yung preno niyan, ilang apak yan
Oh,
bago kumagat yan. Eh.
bomba. Oh,
Talagang
di ba?
sobra. Tapos nagsusukli ka pa, di ba? Di ba?
Oh,
Tumatakit ka ng bayad. Grabe
oh,
yung ano ng hirap ng jeepney drivers natin.
oh. But they're the best driving school. That's
Right.
how I learned how to drive.
Ako din. Ako sa
I learned
jeepney
how
din.
to
No?
I learned how to drive because throughout grade school, high school, pa-public ako.
Hmm.
Sumasakay ako ng jeep,
Hmm.
sumasakay ako ng bus. Ang
Hmm.
favorite spot ko, tabi ng driver, likod ng driver.
Oo, tama. Nakikita mo,
Babasahin,
no?
babasahin mo yung
Tayo.
side mirror,
Ah,
saan siya nakatingin.
right.
Pag kumatok na yung JD conductor, lalakad na yan. Sige, alam mo na, it's a skill you learn, huh? But you learn the bad habits.
Right.
I learned all the bad habits at saka yung Manila Transit ng araw. And then when you were really adventurous, yung araw may minibus na yellow. Nabutan mo
Hmm.
ba yan?
Nakita ko yun.
Yan, minibus na yellow. Yun yung talagang ano.
Yung kahoy pa,
But
no?
I learned.
Kahoy talaga, no?
Oh, I
Ah,
learned how to drive. Ganun ang style. But if you ask me, did I go to driving school? I did not go to driving school.
hmm.
Di ba? Uh, but yun lang. Not many are willing to learn. I think that the strict way to do it.
Hmm.
I
Yun.
won't go. I enjoyed my chat, Junep.
Hi, sir, maraming
I,
maraming. Thank
I
you so
hope
much.
I'm
Thank you so much.
overtime.
Oh, words of wisdom yung mga sinabi mo. Ah,
I
ano
hope
pa,
I
sir?
hope you will
Ah,
answer. Oh,
yeah.
nasagot ko ba?
Marami sir, marami kang nasagot. Sobrang ano. Nakita naman yung ano yung mga gaps. So ano, na pinpoint natin yung mga gaps. And I hope na this research will contribute something sa lack of
Yeah, I hope.
kaya nga eh.
I hope.
Yes
So
sir.
when are you going to finish this research?
Ito sir, I'm data gathering now, so hopefully by May siguro baka makapag-start na ako magsulat. So baka
Uh-huh.
within May, within May.
So when do you finish this PhD?
Ay, PhD next year pa eh. Halfway pa lang ako eh.
Wow.
Halfway pa. So may research pa, no? May dissertation. So iniisip ko kung papayag yung aking yung aming program director, if he will allow me to make this as my dissertation, papalalimin
Uh-huh.
ko pa, di ba, yung road rage.
Ay,
Or maybe
already. Okay.
communication and driving, no? Yung parang mas malawak na ano. Wala kasing nagre-research eh. Walang nagre-research on 'di ba, Filipino drivers. Yung kultura lang natin ibang-iba eh, 'di ba? Pag
I
pumunta
think
ka
it's a
abroad,
cultural thing. It's
kaya
a
nga eh.
cultural. The problem I see is the regulations we adopt are Western.
Mhm.
It's not a Filipino. It's not adapted for a Filipino culture.
Right, right.
And I can start again and again, whether it is Bahala na, whether it is the sin
Padrino.
idea of sin,
Uh,
the Padrino system. there has to be a regulatory framework which is customized for the Filipino laziness
Ah.
in enforcement. Diba?
Yun lang yung yellow light di ba? Tanungin mo ano ibig sabihin yung yellow light. Di ba? Isa pa.
Oh,
Di ba? Yung sasabihin sa'yo,
oh,
isa pa. Kasya pa isa.
diba?
Grabe,
Oh,
no?
ay, nago.
Uh,
Pero ano, when you're finished with the PhD, I think your assignment should be to do volume 2 of the AAP book on motorsport.
sige, sige. Okay yan. Sabihin nyo lang.
You
Tama,
have to
tama.
do an updated version.
Oo nga, no?
What year was your book? 05? 06 ba yun?
06.
Oh,
06.
come on, let's do a second
Kaya nga,
book.
sige. Sure. Habang buhay pa si Nagas. Di ba? Di ba?
Yep,
Oo.
yep.
Makita. Si Man, di ba nandiyan pa?
Yeah, nandiyan pa.
Oo.
Nandiyan pa. And I keep telling them, you have to do the part 2 of Junep's book. Tapos lahat sila, tahimik. And I'm like, anyway, I'm getting there.
Sige. Malapit ka na magpresidente niyan.
Hello.
Wala naman, ibang pupuntahan yan eh. Di ba yung position mo?
Hindi ko narinig yun.
Wala naman ibang pupuntahan yan, di ba?
Hindi ko narinig.
Meron lang minimum age. Di ba? Wala ka pa doon sa minimum age eh. Wag umabot ka na doon sa minimum age. Qualified ka na.
Very good.
Sige, salamat sir.
Thank you, Junep.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ingat.
Salamat.
Thank you po.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Right.